rolling. Here we go. Let me just get everything in the right spots. So as I'm sure you guys have noticed, to my right we have my friend Toby. You can introduce yourself. Right? Right. So this is my friend Toby. I'm sure you guys have seen him in my other videos. He's been referred to. He usually lives under the bed over here. I guess it's just important to me because I don't do this YouTube thing alone, and I do have a lot of fun doing it. But I think it's important for you guys to know that it's not just me here, right? It's not just me making these videos by myself, coming up with these ideas and producing them. And I would love to take the credit for it, because I mean, I'm sure you guys can understand. It definitely does feel good to just take credit for things, even if you're not necessarily doing it. That's why they kind of have a whole, plagiarism, baloney, and academic integrity if you go to college. And it's just a bunch of hogwash, and usually to be, as opposed to being followed, you should probably find loopholes instead. It's, yeah. You should probably find loopholes instead, I guess is what I'm thinking. But I wouldn't be that harsh about your school system. If you ever want to go to a college later, Toby, you might want to hold your tongue. Anyways, I just thought I would interview my friend Toby here. He works as an editor for my videos, so all of the, excess of edits that you guys see, those are done by Toby, and it is so much appreciated from all of us. We absolutely are very, very thankful for all the work that you do, Toby, here on the 123 Timmy 321 YouTube channel. And so I just wanted to give you guys a kind of introduction of how this is going to go. I'm just going to be asking him questions. He's going to answer them. It's just going to be an old-fashioned interview. No, not that old-fashioned. I get where you're coming from, but no, we're not going to. There's no stoning. There's no trial or anything like that. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Toby. That's just not what we're here for. So I'm just going to give a few questions here, Toby, if that's all right. Okay. Always with the one-liners, this guy, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, right? Some of us just have the funny gene, and some of us, such as myself, don't. But Toby, I think that's going to be my first question. What inspired you to get into comedy? Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and that's an interesting point. I think that would lead me into my next question, because I was thinking the other day, we were having some sort of conversation. I don't remember exactly what it was about, but I was thinking, at the end of the day, there's kind of different types of people, right? There's people who generally just, they get it. They just know how to be funny. So I was wondering, was that your experience? Like, were you just kind of someone who was like, I want to get into comedy, I want to get into editing videos for 123 Timmy 321, or is this more so something that over time you kind of ruminated on, and just came to the conclusion that this was the place for you? Okay, yeah. So you're just born with it. You're just kind of waiting. Yeah. Okay. No, that totally. Yeah, that makes sense. And my other question is, what has your experience been being my pet and essentially my butler? Because a lot of people have been really curious about kind of your role in relation to me and things like that. And so I just thought I'd ask how it is, because a lot of people seem to think that it's oppressive, or that I'm some sort of bad guy, and I'm not a bad guy. I'm being facetious. I'm actually not a bad guy. I don't know where that comes from, and I'm going to be honest. There are people out there who are quite adamant on trying to defame my character, and I'm actually like serious for a second. Please stop doing that. It's not funny. But yeah, Toby, I'd like kind of your words on how I am as a pet owner. I mean, a employer. Yeah. No, I think that's fair. We all have faults, but I'm not that bad, right? Like, I'm not I'm not an awful person, right? Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But Toby, you have to understand that the cage is for your own safety. It's not. Oh, sorry. I'll let you go. Yeah. I know, but I didn't look when I first met you. I had to just forget the camera for a moment, Toby. Can I just sorry, just forget the camera for a moment. I There was a level of I guess distrust because when I went to the agency and when I picked you up, yeah. I know you're not a pet to be owned, Toby. I'm not. I'm sorry. It was a long day yesterday. I'm gonna try to bring it down. I know you're not a pet. I know you're not any of those things. I guess what it is for me is I am your employer, and so I do own you. You are okay. I know that's not what I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Okay, we gotta watch our language on this channel. This might be rated PG-13. I might have to put a shout out when I do actually post this video. I'm sorry. Toby does tend to use language that has not been used for the past 200 years. Not appropriate, Toby. Not appropriate. Okay? In multiple ways. Not appropriate. But I will let you explain yourself. Why do you think that I am, contend to be a bad employer? Because I do honestly try my best. And again, there's part of me when I make these videos where I guess I can come off in a way as if I'm not being serious. And I know there's people that still seem to think that these videos aren't being serious and whatnot. But I think it's very important to understand that when you are an employer, there's a level of integrity. There's a level of, I guess, there's something that you have to live up to. There's a bar that you have to live up to. And it's sort of related to different ideas of social norms, equality, different ideas such as that. And I just want to let you guys know that I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. Just give me your number. And I think Toby is one of the people who actually, in kind of our purpose statement, it's actually written that we are here to make friends. We are here to be good employers, good employees, and follow the rules. We need to follow the rules because when people don't follow the rules, that's when you start getting problems. Do you understand what I mean, Toby? And so I guess I just ask you, Toby, are you going to defame me in this interview? Because it's starting to sound like you're, saying some bad things about me. Yeah, I'll let you go. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. I get what you're saying, Toby. Yeah. Why? Okay. Okay. Why are you waiting for the recording to tell me these things? These are. I mean, you're dropping. I'm gonna try to. Toby, can you edit? Can you edit this out once we actually get the recording go? Please edit this out. I am sorry, guys. I struggle from anxiety. I'm gonna try to get through this. I've I had to put the chain around your neck when I delivered you to the house. There was no choice, Toby. We live in a society where you don't usually live with goblins, and when you bring goblins into the house, people either think that the goblins don't exist, or people think all sorts of terrible things about the goblins, like they're just here to steal gold or things like that. And Toby, I can't, and I've told you this before, I can't just act like you're a normal person because you're not. There's differences to the way that you are, and I think this is one of the most vital aspects of goblinamity, is that there's a reputation to uphold, right? There's ideals and ideas that goblins are different than humans, and thus you need to enforce it as if it is that way. We need to progressively move towards the finish line of full realized goblin and human interaction without acting as if we've already reached it. That's why it's a process, and we've talked about this, and you say that you get it, but then we come on here to record the video, and make sure you cut this out, please, Toby. We get on here to record the video, and you have to act like a freaking moron, and sorry. Okay, we're going to pick up the video right now. So this is when you're gonna want to cut back in. Okay, I got some questions for you. What formulative experiences most influence the way that you think or work now? What do you think? Yeah, I get where you're going from. Yeah. Yeah. Those were the times, man. Dude, do you remember the? Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, can you speak a little louder into the mic, please? Mm. Yeah. So I guess to you guys that might sound awful. What, you're giving Toby 5 lashings every time that he gets out of his bed without asking, and oh my goodness, you locked him up for 5 years at a time in order to teach him how to live in solidarity. Like, these are terrible things. These are things that humanity has been doing for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, if not billions, if not quintillions of years. This is how humanity has worked. We cannot simply take goblins and look, man, Toby, I really do like you. I really do like you. But I think it's important to understand that I still need to treat you as what you are, a goblin. And this is where I think I might differ from some more progressives in the goblinology area. I mean, I think goblinamity is a race that has been dying for hundreds of thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands. Quintillions of years. A sextillion. Okay, that's a funny word. A sextillion number of years. And I don't mean to laugh. I need to treat this more seriously. Yep. Okay, please bring your voice down. I understand that goblinamity is not something to be made fun of. I understand that I should not have made the joke, but I made the joke, and we can. Toby. I understand I shouldn't have joked about sextillion. It's not. Yep, I hear you. I hear you! It's not funny. I don't think it ever was funny. Toby, cut that part out. Okay. And so, I think Toby, that you see a position here where you're able to kind of talk about the things that you think are poor treatment, but it's important to understand that we have slaved goblins for hundreds of thousands of years. I'm giving you better treatment than you've ever received. I can't just flip the script. I can't just, as much as I wish I could, right? You see a society, you see a situation in which people are treated so terribly, and you think, you know what? I just want to switch it. I just want to, boom, everything's back to normal. You know what I mean, Toby? Everything's back to normal. Humanity goes on the way it can. But the unfortunate thing about the world at large is that when you see a problem, you kind of have to, I guess, you can't nip it in the bud. People think that you can nip it in the bud. No, Toby, nip it in the bud, not the butt. This is, Toby, if we're going to do the interview, we have to be serious. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the problem that I have, is that I come on here to do a serious interview. You've been asking to do this interview, by the way. A lot of you guys don't know this. You've been asking to do this interview for 5 years, ever since he was in the cage, ever since I employed him. And it's very important to realize that I am in charge. I am calm. I am cool. I am collected. Toby, I'm just going to do my breathing exercise for a second. Cut this part out. I am calm. I'm cool. I am collected. I am valued. People care about me. And I have meaning. I have meaning in this world. And I ever hurt you, and if I ever did anything to you that I guess I shouldn't have done, it is always in the books that I can reduce your contract. And I have problems, Toby. I have problems where I do things that I shouldn't do. That I really shouldn't do. But it's you're valued. It's important to note that I got a really good deal on you. It was $4,000 for 10 years of service, and you, I know, you are going to be back to your family in no time, and I know that there is there's a stigma around goblinamity, and people think that you are to be owned, and I completely agree with that. But you're not to be owned forever, and so I do plan on giving you up after the 10 years, and I guess I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna miss you a lot, and I guess over the past you're valued, you're loved. I guess over the past 5 or so years, I've started to not know life without you. I've started to see you as part of my life, a big part of it. And I guess I always thought that goblins were simply property and nothing more than that. But I realize now, in a profound way, in a special way, that I've never seen before, that you're so much more. You're so much more than property, Toby. You are my property, and I paid a lot of money for you. And I know that I've not always treated you with respect. But I want to change that. I love you, Toby. I don't think I've ever told you. In fact, I know I've never told you. I love you, Toby. You're like a brother to me. You're like a brother to me. Anyway, Toby, cut that part out. I'm going to ask the next question here. So what motivates you to continue doing this work, especially during difficult periods? Okay. A period joke. I get it. Periods are not funny. Periods are not a joke. Periods. Millions of people suffer. Toby, don't back away from me. You stay in frame right here. Because this is where the camera is, Toby. And this is what we do, Toby. Like I told you thousands of times, we stay in the frame. We stay in the frame, Toby. We stay in the bloody frame. Toby, you're making me go British here, Toby. We stay in the frame, because when the people don't see you, they lose context of the social cues. Toby, can you cut that bit out? Can you cut that bit out? I'm going to ask the next question here. Okay, guys. Sorry about the cut there. We had some technical difficulties. Looking back in time, what decision made you know that this was the right one to come work for me as my employee? I guess it's true. You didn't make the decision, and you are my property, so that does complicate things. That makes sense. Okay, so Toby, I think we've been having a really good interaction here. I'm going to wrap up this video here. I got all the questions that I planned on asking. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I just wanted to let you guys know that Toby is safe and sound, not abused or anything like that. I don't know why people thought that, but you got any last words, Toby?